Welcome back to the Super Show. Got a little bit of a break here, a short little break before David Coldiron of Miramonte comes in. He is up next at 1:45. And so Trevor and I just have a chance to sort of reset and talk. We've seen some coaches. We've seen 3 of the SWIL coaches in. Who else have we seen? We've seen Lucas Lucero was just in. Mike Rowland from Wasco was in. And I just, it's August optimism. Everybody always thinks they're going to be great in August, and obviously some teams, not every team can win every game. But it just, man, it doesn't seem like there's anywhere where it's just, it's a rebuilding year for them.
Yeah, and when you look at it, too, it's an exciting time because I always like the kind of unknown of what's going to happen.
Right.
And when we know Ridgeview's going to be good, we know Liberty's going to come back and be reloaded. We know that Garcia's going to have speed, but it's like, what is BHS going to do without a home team and kind of, reeling off that first losing season in Paul Gola's tenure at BHS, all these new coaches. And actually we have the smallest number of new coaches, but we still have a few. Chavez, Wasco, Shafter. It'll be really interesting to see what they can do. Year number 2 with BCHS under the Cars. I mean, there's so much unknown. Steve Denman, when he is going to get number 300, he's 5 wins away. So we got to wait till at least September 27th. But in between there and like October 22nd, I mean, he could get it at any point, and there's a likelihood that he will get it at home. And how unique and an experience for that town to really kind of embrace that. There is a lot of intrigue to this season.
Well, you hit it on the head. So many storylines, and I think one of the interesting ones that you sort of hit on was so many second-year coaches, and you see programs make a huge leap usually between that first year and second year with a new coach, because the first year he's still putting his systems in, still trying to figure out who he's got and what he's got and who his boss is and where they practice and when they practice and all these sort of logistical things. Where the second year, you've had the entire offseason, that's all figured out. You don't have to worry about that stuff. And you're talking about Garces, Bakersfield Christian, 2 teams we'll see play each other in week 0.
North Centennial.
Centennial.
North.
Okay, so you know better than I do, obviously. I mean, but all these, George Fowgett out at Taft is another one. I mean, so many second-year coaches that I think, they're all going to want to take that leap. But then you've got the Bakersfield High. Can they get over last year's speed bump without a home field? And with a really tough schedule? You have Liberty trying to defend. You have Ridgeview trying to defend. That's a clash of titans in week 1. It's just going to be a really, really fun high school football season.
You like the year 2. I prefer the year 3. When you look at Brett Shelton at Stockdale, when you look at David Finucci at East, you've got a lot of David Coldiron at Miramonte. You got a lot of guys where, like with Finucci and Coldiron, they came from outside, and so they had to set a precedent. You look at Shelton, a guy who was a standout at Stockdale, and now is, he's in year 3, so he's got seniors and juniors that have been with him for 3 years and now understand the culture that those coaches want. And that's the year that I really want to see how they kind of develop into that.
Okay, well, you're a year 3 guy, I'm a year 2 guy. It's all right. Yeah. We beg to differ.
I'm just more mature than you. I get it.
So that's just code for old, by the way. That's just code for
Thanks.
old. I have my BVarsity top 25 rankings, the preseason rankings. We've kind of embargoed them until next Thursday.
Right.
Pick up your special section of the California's football preview. It'll be in next Thursday's Californian. You're not going to want to miss it. 56 pages. We cover all the high schools. We also get into some colleges. Derek Carr, the Rams moving to L.A., Bakersfield College. All that stuff's included.
Iowa State.
Yeah, the Iowa State pipeline from Ridgeview. There's a story on that. All that stuff's in there. So
big
make sure you get your hands on it. But one of the things we have in it is the top 25. So I'm not going to necessarily give away where my head's at, but where's your head at? Who's the number 1 team in the section across divisions heading into the season?
Ridgeview.
I had a feeling you would say that.
It's Ridgeview, and a close second is Central right now because they look like a junior college football team. They're so
people
big.
are all about Central. They were 4-9 last year.
That's great. That's great. BHS was 5-6 last year, but I could easily put them 3 or 4 or 5. I don't care.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's not about what they did; it's what they're going to do.
I
and
know
you've
what you're
always
saying,
said that.
But if you're going to be number 1 or number 2 in the section, you're going to have to win 10, 11, 12 games by the time all things are all said and done. That's a 6, 7, 8 win leap.
Yeah.
That's a big leap for
great.
a team like Central. Now, it could happen, but I'm just saying that's a big leap. I like Ridgeview, too. I think another storyline, Lawrence White's gone. Keontae Glinton is a big-time athlete at quarterback who's going to take over for him. But we were saying this in the break, he's only a sophomore.
Yeah.
Sophomores are more mistake-prone. I mean, we'll talk to Dennis Manning later in the show. Let's just face it. But as good of an athlete as he might be, there might be some hiccups there.
Right.
You like him on defense, though.
I do. I think with Amir Knox, with Damone DeGraffenreid, you look at Ricky Leon White. Oh, my God, that guy can ball out. I mean, they're a very good team defensively. And I don't know. I look at their schedule. If their defense average is giving up like 10, 12 points a game, I won't be surprised.
And I think Liberty will lean on defense early in the year as well when they've got Curtis Brown back there and Zach Griffin back and all of those guys, Kevin Fringer or Luke Fringer and breaking
Luke's
a
great two-way
new
player
quarterback, new running back. So that may be a real defensive battle again. We're going to take a break. We've got David Coldiron in the studio. Real quick, I want to go through who's coming up next so you can sort of plan when to tune into the Super Show. David Coldiron, then David Finucci of East, Gerald Perucci of Shafter, J.O. Jason Oliver of Foothill, Eric Smith of Golden Valley's in at 2:45, 3 o'clock Michael Gutierrez of Highland, then Kerry Mills of South, Dennis Manning of Ridgeview. Boy, two really successful coaches there. Dennis Manning will be in at 3:30, so you don't want to miss that to talk Ridgeview. And then to wrap up today, Edgar Mares of Arvin is going to join us at 3:45.
And then we
to
got
take
2
us
more
to 4,
hours
and
tomorrow.
we're back at it at 2 o'clock tomorrow, 2 to 4 tomorrow on the BVarsity Coaches Super Show. So up next is David Coldiron of North, and we will be right back here on day 1 of the Super Show.
I'm going to take these bad boys off.